All right, everybody, welcome in, everyone. We're going to be getting started fairly soon. Do me a favor, if you are watching this video, go ahead and put in the chat space your city and state or the country that you are chiming in from. Let us know where you're coming in from. Again, everybody, welcome. As we get ready to get started, let us know where you guys are chiming in from. Let us know what city and state, as well as if you're chiming in from another country outside of the U.S. Welcome. Well, hello everybody. Hello. Welcome. Hold on, let me make sure. How are y'all doing? How are you guys doing on Wealthy Wednesday? Hold on, let me play a little noise real quick. Hey. So listen, I am so excited to be here again on another edition of a Wealthy Wednesdays, darling, where we are bringing on authors who are impacting the world, darlings, with their words. And every single week, we want to bring some amazing guests to you so that you get a chance to learn about how they're changing this world. So listen, I'm not going to hold this show up at all. We're going to get straight into it. And today, we're going to be introducing you to 5 of our 50 Author All-Stars. We have our Author All-Stars conference that we do annually every single year. And every single week, we're going to bring on another 5 of our amazing All-Stars that you get a chance to connect with, also get an opportunity to vote for. You know what? In fact, the young lady that we're going to be speaking to today is also an Author All-Star. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and introduce y'all to who we going to be talking to. Are y'all ready? If you're ready, go ahead and type ready in the chat space. But let's bring her on. Dominique M. Carson is a freelance journalist, researcher, licensed massage practitioner, writer, and award-winning community activist and author. She graduated with her bachelor's and master's degrees from CUNY or CUNY Brooklyn College. Carson also received her massage degree and certification from CUNY Queensborough Community College. Her work has been featured in several publications, just to name a few, include Ebony.com, Blue Magazine, The Griot, Sis2Sis.com, The Haitian Times, Preferred Health Magazine, NBC News, and Brooklyn News Media Outlets, and more. Y'all, she's got more on the way. Carson has interviewed over 100 notable figures in American culture for a decade and is also the author of John B. Are You Still Down? A biography on R&B music legend John B. Miss Carson has also been a part of various writing projects over the years, such as How to Survive, freshman year in college, and the Lefferts Manor Association Journal. Her overall goal is to facilitate people's lives with her hands and her words. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominique M. Carson. Hey everybody, so let's bring her on. Dominique, what's good, girl? Hey.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, Dominique, we are excited to have you as well. Thank you for taking time out today to just, share with us how you're impacting the world with your words. And also, as I was stating, you're one of our Author All-Stars too, darling. Yes. But listen, tell me this, because you have a slew of just different experiences and backgrounds. I love it, right? I love where you have gone in your journey. But if there's anything that you want us to know that maybe you didn't get to share in regards to what we shared with your bio, is there something that we need to know about Dominique and how it is that she is here today as not a one, but a 2-time Author All-Star? Go ahead and let us know how you get to where you are.
I tell people all the time, I didn't do it alone. I have to thank my Heavenly Father first and foremost. With him, all things are possible. My friends and family back at home in New York, Brooklyn to be exact. I think between my homebringing, between my mother, my grandparents, my pops, and just being born in Brooklyn, like the hustle, the grind is there. So all that played a role in it, especially with my mother having me at 21 and still have a fulfilling educational career, almost 30 years with the Board of Education. So I felt like excuses are unacceptable. She was young, had me, and I was hearing impaired as a child, and she made her dreams happen. So that was motivation for me to keep the regimen going. So it was a lot of spiritual and environmental influences that led me to be who I am today.
I love to hear that. I'm definitely a big believer that God is the foundation of everything that I am here today, and I'm just forever grateful for all of the experiences. And I love how you even share with your mom, with her being that strong backbone for you. Now let's fast forward into today, because today you're a massage therapist, and it's funny too, Dom, because I'm always using the example of a massage therapist and how you can create material, books, and things like that to leverage to build up your massage business, right? Yours is
Yes.
because, first of all, my favorite pastime is massages, right? Like, I love to get massages, but it's also such an incredible way that you could be able to use a book to be able to create that opportunity for more exposure. But how did you become a massage therapist? Like, because you went from the literary to getting the masters and all those things, and then you decided, I want to add in this massage. How did you decide to do that?
I love when people ask this question because this has literally been a 15-year journey. I received my first massage when I was 17. My mom and pops, they wanted to do something different other than give you money and clothes because you did well in school. I was a senior in high school. I went to the spa, Serenity in Manhattan, and I fell in love with massage. So I just thought first it was going to be just like a self-care type of regimen for me. It wasn't until my grandmother, God bless her soul, my Lady E, Miss Eloise Grant, I was in her house one night and she had these aches and pains really bad. They happen from time to time because she was a diabetic. And I did like this light compression on her back. That's when she told me, "You're gonna have another career using your hands." And I was like, "Grandma, I'm a journalist. Like I use my hands now." She's like, "You heard what I said, girl." So whenever she said that, that means she was serious. So she said, "And those hands gonna help people." And as more time over the years, I was playing around with it. Friends and family was like, "You need to be doing something with these hands." And I was making decent money in the communications and media, but I always felt like something was more than just going with the motion. So I turned 25. My grandfather gave me $100. I applied to the massage program with CUNY Queensboro and I was accepted. And it took me 3.5 years to finish because New York is a lengthy program for New York State. You needed 1,000 hours to graduate, and then I still had to take a test to work in New York State and to massage out of state. So this was literally a journey, but it was my grandmother that told me I was going to do something with my hands, and she said that at 17. And I didn't go back to school for it until I was 25. Like you said, I already had 2 degrees in. I just never thought originally I was going to be a massage therapist, but here I am and I love it. So,
Well, I will say that, especially with the title of "Don't Be Afraid to Fit Out." Is that what you call it? Don't be afraid to fit
yes,
out. And
yes.
we're talking about wellness, and I think that it definitely goes hand in hand. And so, tell me a little bit about your passion for wellness, and how does this all encompass with what it is that Dominique is today?
My passion for wellness just began from a child. Like I said, early on, I had a bad asthma attack. I was about 8 years old, and my lungs was just all suffocated, and it just wasn't looking good. And I remember a physician told my mother, like, you don't know what's going on inside of her lungs. And they gave me the medication that you need as an asthmatic. And my pops he was determined. He was like, no, she's gonna get them lungs strong. We're gonna do what we gotta do. And that's when sports started coming in. So growing up, I was playing flag football, I was playing softball just to keep my energy going and that regimen going. Then when I was in high school, I was working out. So I understood that exercising and building muscle was important then, even before I became a massage therapist. And then my brother was an athlete. So I was around that type of environment. He played, I think, every sport that you could think of. So I was around that. And then just later on studying massage and understand why our muscles is so important, especially women. As we get older, in the 40s and 50s, stuff is decreasing because of hormones. So that's why it's your responsibility to take charge of your health. But how can you take charge of your physical health, your emotional, your mental health is not right. So that's what I love being a massage therapist. Like that all plays into play. It has its psychological benefits. It has its physiological benefits. You'd be surprised. People just get a massage just to feel appreciated, to feel respected, and to get a service done to help them improve their overall body. I tell my clients, if you can't come and get a massage every month, treat your body like a tune-up, or treat your body like how you get an oil change for your car. You need to be getting massages at least 3 to 4 times a year if you're not getting massages every month. Because if you don't, you have one body. And if you don't take care of your body, you can't do everything else you don't want to do.
Well, yeah, I don't have no problem with those 3 to 4 times a year because I think I get them at least 1 to 2 times a month. If I honestly, I would love to get them every single week, okay? Because massages, I do understand, and for me, that is my form of self care. You know what I mean? Just being able to just take the phone down, the computer down, and get that time to love on my body, and so I can
Yes.
appreciate that. Now let's shift a little bit because you wear a lot of titles. You're an author. You're a speaker. You're a massage therapist. You're a journalist, a researcher. I don't know if I forgot it. Let me say, did I forget any of these other titles? You got a lot of titles, child. How do you? And then you live in New York, of all places, because you know
Well, I
New
used
York
to
is
live in New
busy.
York. I live in Virginia Beach now.
Oh, that's right. You in the 757? Okay, okay.
In
Well,
the
anyways, okay.
Hampton
But shout,
Roads area.
shout out 757. Okay. So, anyways, so okay, but you're from New York, so you're from a place where you're used to moving and grooving and moving and grooving and moving and moving, right? How are
Yes.
you able to balance out all the? I mean, I interviewed 100 different people. You're doing interviewing major names. How are you having balance to be able to do all these things that you wish to do, and also the things that you're purposed to do?
In my 20s, I was just so eager to do everything because I knew that opportunities don't fall overnight. And I just had that go getter mentality. I didn't want I didn't have that mentality, oh, everything's gonna fall from the sky and it's gonna happen. No, I knew how to hustle and work hard early on. That was from my upbringing. Between my parents, my grandparents, they both worked for the city and they just hustled and grind. That's what I saw. So that was in me. But as I got older, I had to make that decision, and it just carried on until all my work in areas as an author, as a journalist. But at 32, I'm trying to work smarter. I am not trying to work harder. I love to sleep. I love to rest. And especially as a massage therapist, it is my responsibility to rest. It's not necessarily sleep, but my body needs to rest. Like, people don't understand, when you're a massage therapist, you are a wellness athlete because you use your body for a living. I don't think people understand what we do as massage therapists. When we on that forearm, we have to have that body mechanic to give you the pressure that you're looking for. And that can be physically draining, emotionally draining, spiritually draining, especially you're going to come across people from all walks of life. So that's where you have to have that balance within itself because of the profession alone. And then understanding that you're only human. You're not an octopus. Like, I wish I had 8 versions of me, but that's not the case. Like, this is one version of me. So I just understand that, especially after my car accident in February, that at the end of the day, you could plan all day, which I am, but God has the final say. And I just think, in order for me to keep doing what I'm doing, just keep putting my best foot forward and understand that God has the final say. He has the ultimate control. But I just like to be in charge because I just came from that background. Like, don't expect anything from anybody. You got to work for everything. Nobody owes you anything. You have to work for it, period, point blank, and then help will come along the way. But it's up to you to make that decision to put your best foot forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Dominique Carson, and she is talking to us all about wellness, talking to us about, she's also going to, on the next half, we're going to talk a little bit about her writing and her journalism that she's been able to do, because she's killing it in this space, right? So we're super excited about that. But you know what? As I mentioned to you guys, we're going to be introducing you to some of our author all-stars. Guys, this is an annual magazine that we actually publish every single year, and we highlight 50 of the authors all over the United States, even internationally. We interview these authors. They actually have to apply to be in this magazine. And so we have 5 that we're going to introduce you to on tonight, and then we're going to let you know how you can actually vote for them as well as vote for Dominique. So let me introduce you to some of them. Let's go.
Hello, I'm April Louise, the skill building coach and the author of Mom Guilt, a guide to understanding what it is, why it exists, and how to manage it. I assist women in the sisterhood of motherhood navigate through the complexities of the maze, which is mom guilt, through self-empowerment and personal growth. Vote for me, April Louise, as the Book Prophets Club's 2023 Author of the Year. I empower you to navigate through life's maze with skill building.
Good afternoon. My name is Bertha Winston, and I help retirees and those who are planning on retiring become debt-free by eliminating their debt by the time they retire. One of my tips toward becoming debt-free when you retire is that of setting a budget. By setting a budget, this way you will understand your income and your expenses, and you will have an opportunity to see what debts you're going to pay. If you would like more information, you can download my free ebook, Retired and Debt Free. There you will get my 7 practical tips on how to be retired and debt free. And the website is www.retiredandDebtFree.com. Great. Thank you. And you have a blessed day.
Hi, I'm Nicole Smith, retired Coast Guard veteran turned life coach, author, and mental health advocate. I am also the founder of Navigate Your Freedom, where I guide ambitious working mothers to reclaim their identity and restore balance in their lives. My co-authored book, The Decision to Heal: Pathways from Suffering to Love, is not just a collection of stories. It's actually a testament to the power of vulnerability that it takes to say, it's okay not to be okay. And if that wasn't enough, it comes with a tangible toolkit, a beacon of guidance to empower our readers to embark on their own unique healing journey. I believe that I should be selected as Author of the Year, not only for my passion to create change, but because this book serves as a catalyst that encourages dialogue around mental health and gives our readers the reassurance to know that they're not alone in their struggles. As an author, my goal is to touch lives, to spark change, and to instill hope. And being recognized as Author of the Year by Author All-Stars would allow my message to reach further, touch deeper, and inspire more. I humbly request your support in this journey because together we can make a difference. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Danielle Baptiste, and I help type 2 diabetics by providing guidance, support, and practical tools to navigate the complexities of diabetes and embrace a fulfilling life. Living with diabetes requires significant adjustments and lifestyle changes. I can attest to that because I'm a type 2 diabetic, and there is definitely lifestyle changes. Through my efforts, I equip diabetics with knowledge and skills necessary to effectively manage their condition. I want to be Author of the Year in Book Prophet Club because of my firsthand knowledge, my authenticity, my expertise, and my inspirational impact with diabetics. And Author of the Year, I will have a voice to advocate for the needs and the rights for people with diabetes. So please vote for me, Danielle Baptiste, as Author of the Year for 2023. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Sharon Baker Boykin, and I help business professionals to protect their loved ones, their religious organizations, charitable organizations, by getting their stuff in order, creating an effective legal estate plan so that when they make their transition, their loved ones and people that they care about are protected. I want to be the Author of the Year in Book Prophets Club because I have learned so much information. I use my legal career. In fact, next year I'll be an attorney for over 40 years. My book writing experience and using those books to leverage to get the information out to help those who want to get their stuff in order. So please vote for Sharon Baker Boykin as the Author of the Year for 2023. Thank you, and I look forward to helping you and continue to support you in your endeavors in the future to get your stuff in order.
So those were 5 of our 50 Author All-Stars. And listen, you're going to get a chance to also vote for our other Author All-Star who we're actually interviewing on today. I want to shout out those of you guys who are in the chat as well. I see you guys live. Yes, we are live. We are recording live. So I just want to shout out those of you guys that are watching. Brainiac Mind Reloaded says, I'm watching you and proud of you, Queen. We have Angela Wynn. She says, go Bertha. New skills, new you. Love to see all these Author All-Stars. Me too, Bruce. Me too. And so for those of you guys who are watching, go ahead and leave in the chat space. Let us know where you're chiming in from. And of course, comment. And please give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to this channel, okay? Well, let's go ahead and bring back on our amazing speaker for today, Dominique Carson. We're going to switch it now into the journalism of it all, as well as her being an author. So y'all, let's give it up for Dominique. Yes, darling. Well, listen, you have just been doing a phenomenal job and really just sharing your story and giving us some value here, things that we need to know. But now I want to shift gears because one of the things we talked about in your bio is you know, having covered and worked on the stories of so many people. I first want to talk about this book about John B. So what made you choose John B, of all R&B singers? He is definitely a legend. But what made you choose that? And then after you talk about that, tell us about what it is that you do when it comes to the journalistic side of your brand.
Well, I chose John B. He's one of my favorite singers of all time. I fell in love with his music from when he had a live performance and all that. That's when he was wearing all black. He was singing Pretty Girl and all that. And I just fell in love with his voice. And then he just had swag for days, especially when he came out with the Cool Relax album. And fast forward, I just had an opportunity to interview him when he was on tour, Stage 48. This was back in 2013, so this was 10 years ago. I was fresh out of undergrad. I was writing for Singers Room, Soul Train, award-winning site. Shout out to Gary Gentles as one of my mentors who I love and appreciate to this day. Because of that man, my entertainment reporting is on a whole nother level thanks to him. But back to John B, I saw him perform and I'm like, I want John to get his flowers, like, because without John B, we wouldn't have no Justin Timberlake singing R&B. We wouldn't have a Robin Thicke. And a lot of these Caucasian artists, they have to start out as R&B and transition to pop. John B didn't do that. He said, I'm a white kid from Pasadena, California who loves R&B, and I'm going to give you some R&B. So when that signature song, they don't know, yes, it was a hit, but it was a metaphorical statement. Like, they don't know about me. There's so much to me than this baby face J. And then he just got his hood card when he collaborated with Tupac and Jay-Z. Like, that was the first Caucasian guy to work with Jay-Z. Before Justin Timberlake, it was John B. On that song, Keep It Real with Coco from SWV. So that's when a lot of my research came part of it. And just writing this book, it just made me fall in love with him even more. And that was one of the best things I could say about my career, is just highlighting legends and letting them get their flowers. So that's how that John B came about. And I wrote it during the pandemic. And my significant other at the time just said, babe, I just want you to write your book. Like, the pandemic shut down the massage therapy. And he's like, I just want you to take this time to really write this John B book. And I did it. And he gave me that window. And I will ever appreciate my significant other for doing that for me. So, yeah. So that's how John B came about. And as far as my journalism career, I've been a journalist since I was 16. Like, the minute my first byline came out was in high school. I went to Edward R. Murrow. My first celebrity interview was with Drake when he was on the cast of Degrassi. Shout out to Ronisha Bing. She is the founder of Her Agenda. She's an Emmy Award-winning journalist. And when we were students, we were just two ambitious journalism students who just wanted our voices to be heard through words. And she said, I want you to co-write the story. She didn't say she wanted. She told me, basically. So I co-wrote the story with her, and I had the chance to interview Drake when he was just starting out with his rap career, and the other cast members of Degrassi. So that was like my introduction celebrity reporting. So this has literally been a 16-year journey. And I decided to be a journalist when I was about 9 years old, when I watched BET Teen Summer. I'm really showing my age right now, but Teen Summer was the show. That's when Gabrielle Lewis, the actress from the game, was on television personality. Ananda Lewis, she was on Teen Summer before she transitioned to MTV. So I watched a lot of these television personalities, and I was like, I want to be a journalist, but I want my words to be on print. So that show really changed my life. And then just on my family, it was my Uncle Ricky. He was the vivid storyteller in our family, and he just told me to go for it. And writing just came from a troublesome time in my life, and it was a way for me to channel my thoughts, my emotions, control my emotions. That's when that pen came to pad. So this has literally been a journey for 16 years as a journalist.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's incredible. And again, like I say, it's so awesome how you could be so multifaceted, right? As a people, we can be multifaceted, but still, you even said something that I feel even connects back into you being a massage therapist, because the writing of it all also has a lot to do with the wellness of it all, right? Just like massages has wellness. And so everything that you do, I feel and know for a fact is connected to the overall goal, which of course is happiness, right? So now let's get into this, because you are also a part of a collaborative project that is, shucks, some of y'all, by the time y'all watching this, it may be live, right? And so it is called The Whole Entrepreneur. And this has been an incredible journey. You're going to be one of our keynote speakers at the Profits Conference as well. And so talk to us a little bit about what your experience has been with The Whole Entrepreneur, and what is this book about?
So this is a book collaboration project working with myself, 19 other authors, including Taria. This project came about back in March. Taria posted, she's like, I'm looking for some speakers, some authors who are dedicated and want to spread a message about entrepreneurship. So I was like, I was down, and I said, I'm always looking for things and opportunities that's going to help me challenge myself. So the process began is basically us collaborators and authors telling you our personal experiences in entrepreneurship, whether it's in career, finance, wellness. It's just thinking about the whole entrepreneur, thinking about everything as a whole. Because in addition to entrepreneurship, you have to balance life. You have to have that work-life balance. And I think the pandemic reminded us, when everything was shut down, like, balance is key. Like, when the lights go off, when you clock out from your job or you clock out from your office, you're still a person. You have to balance who you are. So there's a lot of us that give you different strategies and tips on how to navigate entrepreneurship, how to navigate business, learn from our triumphs, learn from our failures, and allowing this book to be a key guide for people that are in entrepreneurship, whether you're starting now or a veteran. Can't wait till this comes out in the fall. And I just met some amazing people, and we just celebrate each other. I just love, from working with Ernie to Heather to Bruce to yourself, Taria. This is just an amazing experience. And just from promoting this book alone, getting more recognition. I was just recently published in Sheen. I just found out today that I received the BPMI Global Iconic Changemaker Award. So you just never know who's watching. You never know where your opportunity is going to be. And this project just reminds me that you have to change your priorities to match your opportunities.
Ooh, amen to that. Come on now. Listen, you got to change your priorities to match your opportunities. And I can tell you, Dominique, this is just the beginning. You're also an official a member of Book Profits Club. And so, as you know, with that, our aim is to show you how to get on those platforms, how to be able to leverage that book to build that massage therapy business to high-end clientele. Hello.
Yes.
And be able to, yes, and making sure that you get recognized. Because as I like to always say, recognition does get recognized. Well, listen, you are also an author all-star. And so tell us, we've got this voting going on. So tell us why individuals that are watching this right now, why they should actually vote for you to be the author of the year.
I would love to be author of the year. I believe in transparency. I believe the importance of impacting people, because authors, we are Storytellers to the world, whether we inform you, whether we instruct you, whether we persuade you or entertain you. And I understand that mission early on. I just one of those authors who believe in storytelling and how it impacts people's lives for the greater good. And that is my ongoing mission, as you can see, from literary to auditory and to my work as a journalist. It just continues to evolve. And I think you need to have an author who's very transparent, who understands it's important to have interpersonal skills and to keep that mission alive, so more people will be willing and able to be a part of Author All Stars, because when I win, we all win.
Mm-hmm. Come on, girl. Let me tell you something. You better say that. I believe that for a fact, especially when you have the heart of collaboration. When Dominique wins, guess what? We all win. When the Book Profits Club members win, we all win. When Author All Stars win, we all win. So absolutely make sure that you guys vote for her. You could just go to authorallstars.com. That's where you can actually watch the replay of all of our Wealthy Wednesdays, as well as vote for my girl. Vote for my girl. And then we have our other authors there as well. Listen, I know that you have something that you're going to give away for free, so hook us up. What you got? Because, I always like to make sure y'all give us some goodies. So what are you blessing our viewers with on today?
I am blessing viewers if you send me a DM message on Instagram, Carson90, an ebook on 7 reasons why people are sad. The acronym for SAD is stress, angry, or anxiety, and depressed. You'd be surprised these 7 reasons why. And massage therapy, as a massage therapist, we touch on all of that, because I get people from all walks of life explaining how this massage allows them to have a getaway, whether it's for 2 hours, whether it's 45 minutes. You'll be surprised that people will let go of their troubles once they're laying down on their massage table. But I think you need to know why people are following this acting, why they're stressed, why they're angry, and why they're depressed. Because when your mental health is not right, everything else is not right.
Hello? That is a fact. Come on, y'all. So make sure that y'all